Welcome everybody to a New York session. Looks like GPJPY is running bullish over here. I have some buys running on GPJPY and I think it should continue. Yes, I think it should continue moving up till at least towards 132 even. We filled the wick, broke above the high of the 30-minute candle. Next target should be at like 132, 100. You know, if you look on the daily is now flipping bullish, so there's a very high chance we might come up to 132, 400. Up to this area here, 132, 400. New 30-minute candle is starting, which is pretty good. My orders are at 131, 880. That's where my buys are. 131, 880. Yep. We are bullish, 30-minute candle. Okay, so here's the thing. So far, price is bullish. 30-minute candle is also bullish. It's closed bullish, so there's a very high chance we might continue moving bullish here. Ooh, someone got in the same buy. Yeah, looks good. I mean, you have the 15-minute as well, and 15-minute closed above those candles too, so it should be good. This 15-minute, this was the breakout candle. This one. So this new 15-minute candle, it shouldn't break the low of the previous candle. If it comes to break the low of the previous candle, then that's going to be the point where I'm going to start thinking about closing positions. 131, what's this? 131, 775. What's this chart here? Let's take a look at this. This is TP fake out. Resistance was formed to retest new low. If you break above, yeah, I think it should be good. I think it should be good. Like, I have buys based on the 30-minute. This clean traffic hit to the left, so it makes a lot of sense for this candle to just flip bullish and continue moving up towards 132. First to 132, and then towards 132.050 and 132.100. So I think that will be a very good trade here. Isn't 131.915 daily resistance? 131.915. Yeah, there's some sort of issues here though, but I think we're gonna make it. All right, I'm back. Had a little had to move a little bit, but I think we should continue moving bullish here. Pretty sure. Just had, ooh, someone didn't get the link over here. Let's get the link. 2 words. See, we're moving right now, which is pretty good, just as expected. So I think in the next 20 minutes we should get to target, and that will be a trade for the day here. Some people are saying they're in the same buys as me. Well, perfect. I guess I guess we're gonna win together and then we're gonna lose together. Currently, I'm up 3 pips right now. Why is your stop loss where it is? My stop is basically I want to have an aggressive stop loss, and I want the stop loss to be below the 15-minute candle, because it has to continue moving bullish. But in this case, I have it closer to the low of the 30-minute candle um, to account for some sort of retracement or some sort of a possible drawdown, right? I'm basically focusing on around 10 to 12 pips. So if you see here, if it hits TP, that's like 22 pips away. But I'm going to start securing profits as I go into like as we come closer to 132. Around 132, I'm going to start securing profits. I'm going to put a stop at break even to see if my runner can continue going till 132-100, because 132-100 is an extended target there. I mean, it's there, but it's not 100% sure that price will always go to the end of the zone there. So that's why I'm going to take profits in the middle. Oh, nice. Look at that. Entered when 3 kind of closed bullish, stop below the previous one, first take profit. Wow, you still have this running. Beautiful. It's perfect. Yeah, so that's trade management when you're running in profits, right? Next is how to do risk management when you're running in a drawdown. So risk management is basically when you go in a drawdown, you're looking at the smaller time frame candles and you're looking to see that, okay, if a small time frame candle is closing bearish, what do you want to do? Then there's a chance price may start coming down towards the stop loss. So that's when you need to say that, okay, if it's finishing bearish, do I want to close a percentage of my position, or do I want the whole position to hit me at stop loss? So if you start securing, percentage of positions when you're in a drawdown, then essentially you're really lowering down your risk, right? Like you're keeping your losses small. So that's the whole idea. So yeah, so far it's running pretty good. Can you check this chart? Yes. Was the 132 100 drawn when you did your markup looking for trades and support created? No. Whatever was drawn is right over here. Oh, someone's in a buy from 571. If you guys are in buys from like really good positions, I would say at this point, just make sure you're securing something. Make sure you're securing something, because as we move into 132, you see there was some issue here with the 1 hour candles, right? So if price starts moving up, it starts looking left and see, oh, okay, my buddies over here had some issues before, so might want to be cautious at this point. So that's why it's really important to have all the candles closing in your direction. Since I've been closing partially when it goes against me, I haven't noticed it doing anything other than going to my stop loss. Being able to let go of the trade is so important. Yes, it's very important. Extremely important. Let's take a look at this. GJ 15-minute buy stop above the wick of previous candle. Price made high. Got stopped out. Yeah, I don't think you should be using buy stops. I mean, if you're a new trader and you're not consistent with market entries, just try not to use buy stops, because it's risky. Would it be a bit more safe to place the buy stop above the previous wick? Yeah, you can do that. You can do that as well, but then your stop is going to be bigger. So with the buy stop, you expect price to just continue going through, right? That's what you expect with the buy stop. And if it doesn't happen, then you have to decide What are you gonna do? All right, what's this? 30-minute candle closed inside the range. I took a loss this morning. Is this a fake out? Yes, so this was a fake out. Basically, your idea was correct. You anticipated price to continue down. Oh, this is also 15 minutes. So you'd want to see how the 30-minute was at that point. Was the 30, like, if you think, do you think you could have waited for the 30-minute to close at this point? Because I'm not sure if this candle was a 30-minute close or both of them were the 30-minute close. Enter break of the high. Yeah, this looks good too. Enter the break of the high, right there. I think people in London, they had a good buy from down over here. Hey, I've been trading for 2 months, still building my consistency. I'm winning secure profits. Good thing is my losses are reduced. My losses are. Would it be wise that I stay away from buy and sell stop until I'm more? Yes, buys and sell stops are they're very complicated. Like they're basically they're aggressive entries. When you talk about buy stops and sell stops, you're basically talking about taking buys at the very top and taking sells at the very bottom, expecting price to continue moving. So it's not easy. Someone's in GJ sells at daily resistance. That is perfect. Let's take a look at pre-markets here. Pre-markets, they say they are down, so that means US 30 should go down, but it's ranging. US 30 is ranging today. So we have Euro holiday. We have unemployment claims coming up here today from 2.9 million. They're expecting 2.4 million, which is good. And you can see, ladies and gentlemen, GJ is slowly thriving here and going up a little bit. We have broken the high of the previous 30-minute candle, which increases its chances to continue moving bullish. I think that would be wonderful. I have two accounts, one live, one demo. I use it when I come to easy trade. I use demo when I try to make a position with difficulty. Yes, that's true. I think you should only stick to the live account. And if you encounter a trade which has a lot of difficulty, maybe on the live account, just don't take it. That's going to increase your discipline, because like the more you practice being emotional, the more you practice being disciplined, better you're going to be in that area. I want to order Magic Keys, but I'm getting a MacBook soon. Will it work with Mac OS? Well, if you go to the website, all information is over there.
Good morning, Raja.
Hey, good morning, good morning. I heard you have to uninstall Magic Keys program to do the new version. Yes. Yes, had to uninstall to get the new version. So if you want to lose your settings and do them again, you need to reinstall. If you don't want to do it, then you shouldn't get the update. What's this chart? This is, should I wait for support to form for buys or take sells if bearish? Well, that's your call. If I was watching this, I would be looking for price to create a support to continue going up. That's what I would look for. But if you want to take sells, then that's basically your call. But honestly, in this case, if I was faced with this, I would say, yeah, I want to wait for support to form to take a buy, knowing that this just might be a sell and it may start running down. So that's kind of like a tough decision you have to make. And as we see here, 15-minute candle is coming bearish. Now, if this 15-minute candle, it closes bearish at this point, then I'm going to close 50% of my positions. If it closes bearish. Because if it closes bearish, then there's a very high chance that, like, not a very high chance, but there's still like a slight chance it may start coming down towards my stop, you know. So just gotta be safe. When you add positions, do you exit these positions at 10 pips or do you leave them as runner? Oh, I leave them as runner. So see, this candle's about to close. As it's closing, I just closed 50% of my position right over here. Because now it's going to come down. But if it comes down and breaks the low of the 15-minute, then I'm going to exit the entire position. Because we don't want that. For the 30-minute to flip bullish, we want the 15-minute to stay above the highs, above the lows, and then continue bullish. So this is how, like, you're looking at the smaller time frames and you're making risk management decisions, right? Man, but if this trade showed up every day, I'd be taking this trade every day, going bullish. You're losing trades from doing what you said we shouldn't do, which is trading 15 minutes. Oh, okay, that's fine. Gold is still hanging in there. Let's take a look at Euro JPY. Ooh, Euro JPY is really heading bullish. Wow. 4 hours on its way. Why does my account still lose profit when I enter a trade and exit with profits? Yeah, because I think you're closing too early. That's why. Someone's saying the bank vault guy. I admire your dedication. Oh yeah, it's basically what we do every day, you know. This type of trade happened this morning during the London session. Took a while, but ended up bullish. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's going to push this 30-minute bullish. Now, these are your risk management conditions, right? For this candle to continue moving bullish, you would need the 15-minute to respect the low right over here, and then for it to continue finishing bullish. Because if this 15-minute finishes bullish, the 30-minute in turn will go bullish, and the next one can go bullish as well. But if it closes bearish, then we have to decide, okay, what do we have to do, in terms of risk. Is it a concern for bullish trade that the previous 4 are closed with no wick on the top? Previous 4 hour. I mean, I don't want to think so, because we had a resistance here created from yesterday at before London close, and then price came up here, closed above, and then another support was formed, right? So if this support needs to get respected for price to continue moving bullish, when would you re-enter? Not right now. I would probably re-enter. I closed 50% right over here, and I'll probably re-enter once we start breaking above, I'd say 131, 920, 930. When your drawdown is often bigger than your TP, does that mean your entries are bad? Yes, that's true. After the 15-minute close bearish and it took 50% off, if this new 15-minute candle closes bearish, would you close another 50%? No. Then I'm going to close the entire position. But you can close another 50% if you want. But I'm going to close the entire position because I want this candle to finish bullish so the preceding candles of the new 1 hour can continue moving bullish. But if it closes bearish, then to me, that's like, yeah, we're just now going to start ranging here. So then there's no point in holding the trade. The main thing is you have to learn to let it go. You know, like when you learn to let trades just go, then man, things just get so easy and stress free because you've essentially learned to let go of some of the pain. What if the 15-minute closes bullish but the 30-minute closes bearish? I don't know. We'll see what happens in 9 minutes. We still got 9 minutes. Ooh, looks like your JPY is really running up. See now this candle is coming down. If it starts breaking the low over here, at this point I'm going to exit my entire position. Because then it just makes no sense to hold it. Yeah, see it's now starting to come down. So this is the point where I closed everything. That was a good attempt because I know now there's a higher chance for price to continue down to hit my stop. So it's really better to close position before it hits your stop. Get it? Uh, oh, this was trade one. So essentially, I've really reduced my stop loss. You know, like my my risk here. Because at first, so let's say I had a one lot, right? Let's say I had a one lot buy, and the stop loss was around 18 pips, so you were risking $180. And with this closing 50% right over here and closing the entire position here, instead of losing 150, I lost 50 dollars. So really reducing the risk. Because the setup was really good, right? Setup was really good because we had a resistance here, we had this candle, it broke above this bearish candle, it closed above. We had this retest candle with like a rejection here, and it would have made sense for this candle to continue moving bullish, right? There was a higher probability for this candle to go bullish, but there was a low probability for price to continue down. And in this case, I guess the low probability happened, and at that time you're like, well, it is what it is. It's just one of those days when your probability doesn't really play out. If you had 6 pips available to you in this trade for 30 win, would you have secured? Well, it depends on you, basically. That's pretty hard to say. I mean, I would have waited for it to continue going more. So for some, they would have secured. For some, they would have let it open. But at the end of the day, it's really important to understand when you should be closing the trade and when you should be holding the trade. So I think this was a very good exercise on risk management. Can't win every day. Like yesterday had a pretty good day. So giving back $500 is pretty okay. What are you doing when candles close with no wick in your direction? So if this candle closes with no wick at the bottom, that would mean there's no range for the next candle to go down. So then I think there'll be a high chance for price to continue going up. So right now I think it's just gonna, it created a resistance up over here. This is a resistance made, and now we are in a range. Yeah, we're in a minor range here. See this? This is a minor range. If we break below, we come down over here, which is not enough range as well. So it's just, it is what it is. That was the daily. Yeah, I really expected it to continue going up, but I think we're in a buy position. For example, do you close positions when there's no wick at all? Yes. Do you pay attention to round price levels to 132? Yeah, I pay attention to that, but at the same time, I thought we could have came up above 132 and came into this zone, but I guess it rejected here early, so maybe it's gonna continue down a little lower to create a better support and then continue going up. Because if I look on the daily candle went down yesterday in Asian session, and then it retraced and continued going up. Daily trend is bullish. And one thing I've learned is that one bearish candle doesn't mean the price will go bearish. So probably gonna wait here a little bit now. Everything else is just ranging here. Took a sell in London expecting resistance to be respected. Bearish candle flipped bullish and broke through high time frame showing. I thought it was a retracement. Well, the sell here wasn't a good sell because the candle didn't close bearish. So I think it's very important to wait for candles to close. Alright, let's do some fresh analysis here on GJ. Now, looking at it from a 1 hour perspective, we had a resistance here. So if this 1 hour candle closes, we're creating some sort of a support. Coming up, we have another resistance up over here at 132, 150, which I believe it could go down. I think Keval is saying it could go bearish. I think it needs to break below 131, 700 to go bearish. So if I go to 30-minute, yeah, we just kind of at the support. Could you unmute me? Yes, that's allowed. Anything Keval says is allowed.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
So the push up was actually, I think, news. And so I think we could just continue down, and the initial push up was just a reaction on the news that came out this morning.
Oh, is it?
And that we can just, yeah, we had PMI news that came out. And so if you see the big bullish start came from that time. And so I think if we do drop below your support, we could just correct that move and then continue the move from yesterday, which from yesterday it's been bearish.
Yeah, you're right, because most times when we've had news in London session, most times they've been corrected. Yes, I think you're right. So if we do break below 131, 700, then there's a higher chance for continuing down. Does Keval have Instagram? Yes. But I think it's food related. Like you run a food blog on Instagram, is that what it is?
That's Mac.
Oh, yo, yeah, no.
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
I could just see Chris just crying.
I didn't know. I was going to say I didn't know you had a food channel, dude.
Sad.
Kept it a secret from you, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Price breaks 30-minute low, you enter breakout. No. No, I don't enter nothing because my rules say that when I take a trade, there has to be a like at least a 1 hour difference between two trades. Yesterday was an exception because yesterday was my birthday, so I made my own rules. But this one here, there has to be some sort of a difference, because if I'm looking for sells, what I want to do is I want to see price break down, if it's going to break down, if it's going to do some sort of a retest on like a smaller time frame, the 15-minute or something like that, then I'm going to take a sell.
Rakeel, you're muted. I think you're still muted.
Unmute yourself. Unmute. Okay.
Hey, am I good?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're fine.
Good? Okay, perfect. Yeah. So what I was talking about was, so if price breaks the 30-minute low, do I re-enter in this low? And the thing is, no, because I would want price to break down and do some sort of a retest on like the 15-minute or something like that, like to make a minor resistance for me to take a sell. I already took one trade and I lost the trade, so my rules say that I need to wait at least 1 hour. At least 1 hour to 45 minutes. At least wait for this 1 hour to close, or maybe the 30-minute to close, to see if I can re-enter one more trade. So I'm not going to be entering as it starts breaking out. So I'm going to wait for it to do some sort of a minor resistance and then take a sell. So waiting would be pretty good. Do you wait candles to close when breakout? Yeah, it depends, it depends, because at this point it's pretty dodgy. Very dodgy. Have to wait a little bit. Oh, looks like gold is at like a resistance level, and it's also at like a support level down over here. Gold is looking a little bullish, but let's see. Let's say you didn't take the buy from earlier. Would you be looking to take this sell? I won't be looking to take a sell because it's at a support level. So my heart would say take a sell. But my logical side of the brain would say, no. You gotta wait. You have to wait for price to break below, create like a minor resistance, and then take a sell. So I'd be waiting. Like if someone's looking at your JPY, this looks like in a better position to continue going bullish. I only trade GJ. follow who wins most. Okay. Someone just took a buy. Okay, perfect. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Surprisingly, we haven't gotten many charts here in the Zoom session today. This is Euro JPY 30 minute. Take trade when price close bullish above the zone and stop loss placed below. Looks good. Looks good. So now you have to manage the trade, right? So if it starts coming down, you have to manage the trade if it starts coming down and whatnot. When are you planning on starting on live US 30? I would say not soon because it's pretty hard to trade. Like currently it's just ranging. Currently US 30 is ranging, so probably not. Not yet. When you have clean candles but ranging left of the clean candles, which one is more valid than the other? It depends, you know. It depends. Like sometimes you can take into, but like thing is, trying to find an example here. Let's say right over here, right? Let's say right over here you had, so price created support here and you had all this consolidation here to the left, right? You had all this consolidation here to the left, but you had this clean candle. I would say it's a probability, you know, because as this price started to come up, you know, I think it also depends on how much volume is there in the market at that time. Because as price started to come up, it saw there was a resistance here. Now you could have said that okay, we have a resistance there, so may wanna be careful or may want to take profit somewhere in that area, you know. But I guess there was a lot of volume, so price continued moving up. So I think it's a 50-50. Right. Yeah, I think it's a 50. It's not like a written in stone rule what you have to do there, but I think you have to start getting cautious as, you know, price starts coming into those areas. Looking on the 1 hour candle closed bearish over there. 15-minute candle is just doing like a retest, whatever. The 30 minute is still forming, so you know it's very difficult. Can't take a sell because we're above support. Can't take a buy because there's no confirmation yet. If current candle closed bullish or support, would you expect price to retest the previous high? Yes. Yes. I'll be looking for buys because I still think if support at 131,700 holds, we're continuing bullish. What's this? Let's take a look at this chart. GJ 15-minute consolidation pre-London, false breakout, broke out, profit taken. Oh, nice. Beautiful. I think this 1 hour candle is a booby trap candle, and a booby trap candle means that this candle is going to continue going up and fill this wick and potentially continue moving bullish to 132, 150. And for that to happen, you need 15-minute candles closing bullish, and then you want the 30-minute candles closing bullish. Is it okay to trade when one of the currencies of pairs blank banks are closed? Yes. So what you will notice is Euro GBP is going to be moving bearish. Let's take a look here, Euro GBP, because GBP is trying to move bullish. Oh, it's the opposite. It moved bullish. Well, well, well. We have a problem with the analysis. See, this is why I just focus on one currency, because focusing on one currency is pretty important. Yeah, it was pretty bearish in London session. You see the times here. Pretty bearish. Yeah, because if I'm going to take a buy, I want my stop to be around like 10 pips. But I gotta be 100% certain that it's gonna continue moving bullish. If I can't be 100% certain, then there's no point in taking the buy. And then you'll have to see that the 15-minute candle also closes bullish. Well, what do you think about the broker that Daniel and Rahul are creating? Oh, I think it's a great idea. Greg Hopkins. Asian session close for. Oh, you're looking for sells over here and looking for buys above this area. Okay, okay, that makes sense. I think you can also start looking for buys above this resistance here. Continue going up. I think that's going to be pretty good. Let's take a look here. This is F. Bill Gates. Yeah, it's a lot of controversy over there. Can you explain booby trap? Booby trap candle. Booby trap candle is an idea. You know, it's like a myth. Just like, you know, there's unicorn, it's like a myth. You know, so if it happens, it happens. Then you say it's a booby trap candle. It's pretty hard to explain. Booby trap candle is not a technical analysis. It's just like a term created for candles. You know, it's just like a term created. So if there's a valid support formed on the 30-minute and price starts moving up towards this high, then this becomes a booby trap candle. This basic booby trap candle means that if someone saw this candle and they took a sell saying that, oh, now price should continue moving bearish, then that means they got stuck in the booby trap because this was a booby trap and price went up. Ooh, your JPY is moving bullish. Would you take a buy based on the 15-minute close or 30-minute close in this area? Yeah, I would wait for the 30-minute to close. You know, so you got to be very careful. You can't take a buy because there's no confirmation to take a buy. You can't take a sell because we're above support. So your brain might say that what you might think that price may go one way, but what you see is that there's no trade to take. So that's the difference between trading what you think and trading what you see. Gotta be very careful. Just now the buy was decent at that level. Yeah, it was. It's not anymore. GJ looking bearish by every account, but market is super choppy. I think if we break below 131,700, you could have a pretty good opportunity to continue this whole move down, as Kaval pointed out, all the way down to 131,400. So that'll be pretty good. Let's take a look at this chart. This is, oh, fake out, retest, bullish. Yeah, but the thing is, there are 24 1-hour candles in a daily candle, so we need confirmations here. From what I can see is that we made a high, we're coming down to possibly create some sort of a support to continue going up, but we need to respect 131,700. But if it breaks below 131,700, then obviously we're going to come down. Alright, what's this chart here? Price make a high. If 30-minute close bullish, I will take a buy. What do you think, Mr. Raja? Well, Mr. Purvo Priantoro, I think it's going to be a great idea. I think it's going to be a wonderful trade if the 30-minute closes bullish over here. But it needs to close bullish. Also the range. I think it's a very small range too, because if you look here, this is 737. It's like a 10 pip range. You know, it's a very, very small range. So from a 10 pip range, you'll be looking at what, like 6 pips, 7 pips? It's a very small range, so you have to keep that in mind. When you take a trade after zone break without waiting a confirmation, and when you take a trade after retest without. Okay, so when do you take a trade as the zone breaks, and when do you take the trade waiting for confirmation after the zone breaks? Very, very important question. I think it's based on experience. Yeah, I would say it's based on experience. But if I want to go into detail, I'm going to be looking at the fact that okay, let's do this, right? Let's say that this 30-minute candle closes as it is, okay? And if the next candle starts, if the next candle has to go down, the next candle may look like something like this, okay? So in this case, what I'm going to do is, as the candle breaks below the low of this candle, I'm going to take a sell and I'm going to place my stop loss above this breakout candle. And I'm going to expect this candle to continue pushing down towards this target right over here, right? That's when I'm going to take a trade without waiting for a retest. But if this candle goes bearish, if this candle goes bearish, then I'm not going to take a sell as it breaks down, because then my stop is going to be up over here. And if I measure, this stop loss is going to be like, it's like 15, 16 pips. So it's going to be pretty big. Now, someone can say, oh, what if the wick was small? Well, we can't talk about that because that is not happening. This wick is bigger. Even if that wick was smaller and the price did break down, then I would want it to maybe go down more and do like a retest over here, make a resistance, and then continue down more. I hope I answered that question there. Tried my best to answer that question. First time I got that question actually. So that's something what I do personally. Let's take a look on the 15-minute. Yeah, if you see 15-minute, so you don't have to wait for a retest. I gave my conditions. So based on those conditions, I don't wait for a retest. So there are conditions, and these conditions you create in your mind as you look at the charts, as you miss trades. Like, trust me, man, in the past 2 years, I have missed a lot of trades. I have missed a lot of trades just moving, and I've said to myself, oh man, like I missed this trade, you know, but I thought you wait for a retest. How could I have not waited for a retest? And then start to look at that, start to investigate that, and then like things happen again and again over time, and you just got to be ready, because I tell people, like, the more you miss trades, the better your chances of learning. But if you miss a trade and you start saying, oh man, I missed a trade again, then there's no learning, then you're jeopardizing yourself. Wow, this thing is moving bullish. Euro JPY is moving bullish. The entire euro is moving bullish. Euro USD is also moving bullish. It's pretty interesting because it's the Euro holiday today and they're still moving. It's pretty amazing. But then it's risky to enter because it can retrace on you. Yes, so so that's the risk you're taking. That's why entering a trade without waiting for a retest is a risky trade, and you need to be experienced enough to watch those trades move so that you know when you should be entering and when you should not be entering. And I have seen a lot of times price moving without giving a retest. So when you see that over and over again, you start to develop an intuition, experience. So a lot of things I say, they're based on experience, on what I've seen in the market every day. It's like when you're Tarzan, you know the jungle because you've seen the jungle. If someone new goes in, like Jane doesn't know the jungle. She thinks she knows the jungle from the classroom, but she hasn't lived in the jungle to know enough. Yeah, so I think that's a very good way to put it. I'm like the Tarzan. I'm like the Tarzan in the jungle of GJ. so there's and most people are like Janes over here. All my little Janes here.
Drops.
That's hilarious. Javier Morales. Hi Raja. What is your mental process rule to put your stop loss at break even? because I was in 6 pip profit, but I ended up managing my trade with 6 pip loss. Yeah, that's up to you. You know, like I basically what I do is if price starts to go in my favor, if it's like at like 6 pips or 7 pips, then I want it to go to like 10, 12 pips, right? But if it's gonna cut, if it's gonna start to come down towards my entry, then I'm gonna close 50%. So at that point, I'm just managing risk. Have you ever came to Charlotte, New Caroline? New New Carolines? Is that how you say it? No, North Carolina. New Carolines. So many people from the US, and I guess you guys don't even know yourself. Yeah. North Carolina. No, I haven't. Yeah, so see, now we're just waiting here. Nothing to do. Um, yeah, so it's a pretty good day today. I have a chart and hoping on some insight. Is GJ building support? Yeah, Bob the Builder is working right now. You got 9 minutes left for it to close, so we don't know where it's going to close. It's very tough to take a buy because, I mean, this thing can just drop. It's very tough to take a sell because this thing can go up and create support. You know, what? There's one more thing that was running through my mind, and I didn't want to mention it because people take it seriously. And that thing was that if this 15 minute starts breaking the low over here, might be a little aggressive opportunity to take a sell, keeping the stop above the current 15-minute candle. That was something. But like the 15-minute is a weak confirmation time frame, so that will be a very aggressive entry. That will be a very aggressive trade idea.
That's what I'm looking for as well.
Yeah, I knew someone was looking at that. But if the same thing happens in a 30-minute, that will be a very, very solid trade idea. I'd prefer it to happen on a 30-minute than a 15-minute. I was wondering if you could clear this question for me in the chart. Okay, that was this price, 131,700. All right, let's clear up this question. So this is, can we consider this as resistance too? Yes. Yes, so that's resistance right there. That's your resistance. So this is your fresh zone now, this one here. Because essentially price is now ranging between 131,700 and 131,950. And this is a 20 pip range, 23, 24 pip range. We got news coming in soon too. GJ 30-minute. Ooh, we got a cowboy in the house taking sells. Interesting, interesting. I think you're missing an area over here. No music today. Yeah, we got music on the YouTube. We got music for the YouTube audience. Music only plays in the gulag. Raja, some states have reported a second wave of corona since opening. Should we expect this to affect the markets again? Yes. Yes. Second wave means the plan is not going according to plan. And the second wave was pretty much expected. I mean, it's a whole plan. I'm not going to talk about this because last time I did, YouTube took 3 days to process my live stream. So, but yeah, I think it's coming second wave. Just agree with the media and things will go all okay. Yeah, so I guess it's gonna start breaking this low over here and then it should start continuing down. We've broken the low. See now, this is a break. This is not a break and close. So there's a difference, right? This is a break. This is not a break and close. Kind of came down, went below the low of the previous candle, didn't close below it. It just kind of like tapped it. This way, the 15-minute is a little, is a weak confirmation time frame because sometimes it's going to do things which you'll say, oh yeah, this makes sense, but, and then you're going to say, oh, it was just a 15-minute because the overall 30-minute is still respecting this area. What platform are you using? TradingView. Can you see this chart? Yes. Let's take a look at this chart. Wow, this thing is still running up. I think people who took buys on, wow, you're up like 14, 15 pips. It's pretty good, pretty good. We got some pretty good traders here. Close above to buy, close below to sell, wait for retest. Yes. GU, this is excellent. Because if we break above this resistance, you have clean candles going up and you'll have a better trade. Look at 5-minute GJ chart. Yeah, 5-minute is ranging here. That's good. I generally don't look at 5-minute because, you need strong confirmations. Is TradingView free good enough? Yes, it's good enough. I don't even know why I bought this paid subscription here. Break the support, take sell, stop out. Yeah, I think taking sells when price breaks support and taking buys when price breaks resistance is a very aggressive trade. That's like that's kind of like having a buy stop and a sell stop. So I would say if someone's really getting like not good results with this, I would say wait for retests. Because most people are not experienced enough. Most people are not Tarzans here. Okay, so if you're not a Tarzan, if you don't have enough experience in the market, it's really important to wait for a retest. You might think you're smart, you might think it's going to work, but even for me sometimes it doesn't work. Well, I'd say most times it doesn't work. So that's why you have to wait for a retest. You have to wait for price to retrace a little bit, give you a little bit of a confirmation. Someone said there are a lot of Janes in the market. Yeah, I'm going to use that term. We're like Tarzans. And then we got Janes. What's this? Let's wait for candle to close above the wicks right here for buy confirmation. Yeah, that's good. See, that's good. This is good. I like it. So you see the 30-minute candle is closing now in 3 minutes, and as you have noticed, it's really important to wait for price to do what you want it to do, and so we're waiting here. Let's take a look at this chart. Oh wow, your JPY is running strong. Damn. Man, whoever's in this trade, wow, very nice. You had basically a 12, 13 pip stop and like almost like a 20 pip gain over here. This is, oh, someone sent me my own chart. All right, buy if close above, sell if goes under. UJ, yes, that is a better trading idea. Let's take a look here. This is GU. If next 15-minute breaks this one, what do you think? Yeah, I think it's still in the range. I think it's still in the range. You might want to wait for it to break above over here. I think that would be a better trade idea, break above over here. But like looking at your JPY, I think your JPY was the trade of the day. Let's see what the Chinese basically said about your JPY. Yeah, see the Chinese said that the yen is really, really weak. Euro is really, really strong.
Our all-in-one marketing platform helps you market your business.
Who's that lady? Okay. Yeah. It is what it is. Trade plan, wait till market give me a trade. Yes. So this candle is closing the way it's closing, so I'm just gonna, it's basically no trade right now for me. What is your view on divergence? Does it really work? I think divergence is an indicator. I think if you don't know how candles are moving, if you don't know price action, I think divergence, I don't think any indicators are going to give you a solid confirmation to entry if you don't understand price action. Are you using EMAs on the other monitor? No, I'm reading the messages on the other monitor. So on the other monitor, I have messages. We missed a simulation in the weekend. Can you arrange one? Yeah, I'll see what I can do. This weekend's going to be pretty busy because, you know, the Ramadan is ending, so it's going to be pretty busy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Now, look at this, right? The 30-minute candle closed like a weak bullish candle, right? A weak bullish candle. So now, if this current 30-minute candle, this one, starts breaking the low of the previous one, at that point I can say that, okay, perfect. Now I can take a sell without waiting for a retest and have a stop above the current 30-minute candle. And then expect price to continue moving bearish. But I think taking buys would be risky as well because, you know, the 15-minute candle closed like a doji, and I mean, it's just weak confirmation, and 30-minute close like a weak bullish candle, so it's not a very good state to be in. Though GJ at 30-minute support, isn't it much safer to check 1 hour? Looking very bearish in this case, kind of showing any buy idea, very risky, small, laggy. Yeah, that's the thing too, because you know it didn't really close bullish, it closed bearish, but it's still above this support. So kind of like waiting here. Because if this 30-minute candle closes bullish, that would mean the 1 hour candle, this one is closing bullish, and then the New York Open, the next hour, can start pushing it back bullish again. That's the whole thing. But if we break below 131,700 and you get candles closing below 131,700, then there's a very high chance at 8 a.m. when the New York opens, you could see price moving down with volume. So it's kind of like that thing I'm kind of looking into. When you say low, do you mean the wick or the body? Well, I think, yeah, it's going to be the wick. I was about to say something smart ass, but I didn't. What's this? This question is, should wait for the next candle? Yeah, I think at this point you would wait for like support to be formed for price to go up. You opened my eyes last night with your idea on GJ about chances of having more space to go in that case up. I guess it's looking at the path of less resistance. Yes. What's this? MAC has a buy here. Price respecting 30-minute support, respecting downside. TP1, TP2. Pretty good. It's a good idea. I think your stop could be a little lower than this wick here because sometimes as price comes down, the spread can take you out. So I think having a couple of pips below would be pretty good. But I'm waiting in this case here. I'm waiting to see what happens. If it starts breaking the 30-minute low, then I'm going to execute sells. I'm going to have stop loss above around like 131, 780. I think that's going to be a pretty good position to be in. So this will be around a 8, yeah, around 8, 9 pip stop. It's pretty good. I'm in GJ Cell. Oh, nice. People are in GJ Cells here. Look at 1 hour and 4 hour. Yes. 4 hours like this. 1 hour is like this. It's our support. So we're kind of waiting here. Looks like US30 is breaking up over here, trying to go up. But yeah, yesterday I lost a paper trade on US30. I was pretty surprised because sometimes US30 doesn't really follow market structure. So now it's down, whatever. For the break of actual low, you use the sell stop or prefer manual. In this case, I'll be doing a manual trade. If we start breaking below this area, I'm gonna enter a manual trade. But ideally, I'm just waiting to see how candles close over here, or if a support is established to take potential buys, going up towards back to like 131.950 and then up towards 132. So essentially, what's happening is I'm marking up two ideas in my head, buys and sells, because you have to be fluid. You have to be very fluid with your biases. So if the buys formulate better, then I'm going to go for buys, but if sells formulate better, I'm going to go for sells. Connor McKitt, first time posting a chart. Okay, stops above this candle. TP1, yeah, looks good. If 30-minute closes below, enter sell. Looks good. It's a pretty good idea. Someone is spamming the chart with a 50 pip trade GJ, but if you send the chart, we'll see it. What's this? GU, waiting for candle to close bullish to enter buy position. Looks good. It's pretty good. So as we continue moving up, as we continue making higher highs and higher lows on the 15-minute, I think we could be setting up for better buys than sells. How much percentage do you make on average each week? And if you don't know the answer, how much did you make last week? I think last week in percentages was like 15%, something like that. 15. What's this? What's your opinion on my trade? Let's take a look here. GJ 30-minute. Enter here as rejection of the support. Didn't break under the previous candle. Stops below previous low 5 pips. Yeah, I think it's good, but I think this is okay. My personal opinion on taking buys at this point is it's aggressive, and the reason it's aggressive is because this 30-minute closed like a weak bullish candle. That's why I think it's aggressive. It's closed like a weak bullish candle. So that's why I'm kind of like staying away from buys. I'm mostly looking for sell around 131,690, keeping the stop above this candle. If that happens, I think that'll be a much better idea. Ooh, someone is looking for sells here. Let's take a look. I'm not fully convinced about buys since the overall bias is completely bearish on daily. If this zone holds, there will be really good sell opportunities. Yeah, I mean, and if this green line starts breaking down, then you're right. There's going to be an extremely, extremely good selling opportunities. Because as Kaval mentioned earlier, this was the news candle, and then I firmly believe this price will continue down to correct this whole move. So I think buys will play out really well. But if we form support, then oh no, sells will play out. But if we form support, then buys should be playing out. So it's kind of like a waiting game right now. GU 15 minute. Yeah, it's at support. It's a very risky trade. It's at support. Your stop is way too big. Yeah. I mean, most of your trading you can really fix by just being patient, honestly. You know, I took one trade, I closed in the loss, and now I'm just being very patient. I'm just waiting. You know, because if you wait, you will get your trades. That's how I get my trades. I choose to wait. You know, like people ask me, "Oh, how do you win all the time?" I just wait. Like if I think this is a good confirmation, take a buy. I don't think because, the candle closed like a weak bullish candle, so I'm just waiting. I don't know for what I'm waiting, but I'm just waiting a little bit because I don't trust it. I'm not comfortable. Where's Uncle Ted? I don't know. Can I join your Zoom? It's only for members. Oh, Roham. Roham, you're still alive in Iran, man. Awesome. Nice to see you here every morning. Nice to see you tagging me in your stories. If 15-minute close bullish, what do you think? Thanks. If 15-minute close bullish, it, I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I'd want the 30-minute to actually close bullish. Because even if the 30-minute closes bullish over here, you would have a this much range, 13 pip range, and then a continuation up. I I think I think if this 15-minute closes bullish, might be able to execute buys because it broke the high of the previous 15-minute candle. You get me? Yeah. The 9-10 pip. Money is made by sitting, not trading live. Yes, that's true. Yeah, and you're right. The support is being created here now because 15-minute has broken the high of the previous 15-minute candle, even though it's a weak confirmation to candle. And if we're looking for buys, the stop is going to be below here, which is like 9-10 pips. And then you're expecting the next 15-minute candle to continue moving bullish. Could I give my trade a second idea, a second chance over here? Can that be done with this 15-minute candle close? Yeah, I think so. I think we can do that. I think then we can say that this 1 hour is going to fill the wick up over here and continue moving bullish. Right?
Yeah, may work. I'm looking for buys about 131.83 about that wick right there. Hold on, but let me see if I can draw something in here. But basically, I want to see this candle closing bullish, something like this. So next candle's gonna start printing something like this, with
Yeah.
small retest, but failing to break this area right here.
Yes. I
That's
like it.
basically, but I need a bullish candle closing above this previous wick, this previous pin right there.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm gonna give it a second chance.
Very good. Yeah, you can try.
I'm gonna give it a second chance.
I'm gonna wait 3 more minutes to see this 15-minute candle closing. But
Now
work.
it's yeah. Yes. What's this? Oh yeah. Yeah, Mac, we saw your chart. Mac's like, look, it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I like my idea. The stop loss is pretty tight.
Yeah, Mac had a pretty aggressive idea. It was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a second chance over here. Because if the next 15-minute candle starts moving bullish, that would be this 1 hour candle starting to move bullish after this support has been formed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, may have gotten in right now. This is the second chance I'm giving this trade.
Yeah, there you go.
Got in at, yeah, I think at a pretty good entry here, 131.795. It's pretty good. Should continue bullish. Your view in gold. My view in gold is ranging. Oh, it's coming up. Two-way resistance here. It's bouncing off from a support, basically right over here. Yeah, bouncing off from a support.
Yes, I like the 15-minute candle closing on GJ.
Yes, beautiful.
Yes, should continue moving.
The
Exactly
only
what
thing
I
is,
wanted.
it closed with no wick at at the top, but it's also a weak
Yeah.
confirmation time frame, you know.
Yeah, but still the bullish move that is there. I mean, the daily
Yeah,
it's still
it makes sense.
there. You have it. That's the candle I wanted.
Nice. Now this should, yeah, I think 1 hour is going to continue up to fill this wick here.
Yes, I agree.
100% coming up.
Yeah, there's a nice range to go at least to the top of that
Yeah,
range.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, someone is still looking for GJ cells. Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
And beautiful this game is that you wait for the candles to print the way you want it to get printed.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to be guessing on this game, you know.
Mac is tooting his own horn in the chat. YouTube. Great call by Mac. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Nicely done, Mac.
Yeah, Mac. Yeah, nicely done, Mac. Mac had some kahunas, and Mac's like,
Yeah.
"You guys want to wait?" Well, I am Colombian. Yeah. Mystic Mac. Does anyone know how I remove my entry and arrows from my chart? Yeah, I think it is a setting. There's some sort of a setting. How to remove entry arrows on MT5. To prevent such, I go to Tools, Option, Trade, Select, Show. Oh yeah, there we go. There's your answer right there. I honestly didn't know you could do it, but I Googled it and Google gave me the answer. Here we go. Yeah, looking. I have a question here. Okay, let's answer a question. This is UJ 30 minute. I have a question for a sell in UJ without clean traffic. Do I consider this? Yeah, I think there is room to go down. I mean, you have clean traffic here to the left. This candle is going bearish. So, oh, I thought you were already in a sell. Do I execute sell trade if candle close below area 2? Yeah, I think so, because you have your stop loss up over here, so it could work out. Ooh, we're coming into a drawdown over here. So now again, we've played this game before, and I'm gonna start managing my risk. Oh well.
It's expected. This move is expected. I hope it doesn't go below the 750.
Yeah.
Because in order for this move to continue going up, I don't want these candles to start breaking below 131,750.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty good. 2 days of no roasting, you guys on a roll. Yeah, we've been getting pretty good charts here lately. That's why there's no roasting happening. Do you include your spread when you take profits? Yes. Yes, I include my spread. So when you look at your MetaTrader, and if you switch the profits from dollars to points, it's going to show you the amount of pips you are in profit and the amount of pips you are in the loss. So you can make decisions based on that. When did you start entering on breaks of highs, lows instead of waiting for candles to close? I think a month ago, month and a half ago. Yeah, just recently, basically. What do you think about this GJ chart can work? Okay, let's take a look at this. This is, ooh, sells. Yeah, I think this could work. Yesterday's candle close area where this was happening, candles with same rejection, 4-hour price broke. Yeah, I think if you're looking for sells, then again, you're basically looking for price to break below 131,700, you know, this area right over here. 740, 750. You're waiting for price to break below that area, basically. GP CAD looking nice. Well, if you can see a chart, that will be amazing. Let's take a look at GP CAD. Let's see what's so nice about GP CAD. Oh, I don't have GP CAD here. Oh, there we go. GP CAD is pushing. Oof. Look at that. How was your day yesterday? I had a pretty good day yesterday. See, it's now coming down. Let's take a look on the small time frames. It's breaking the lows over there. So at this point, I closed 50% again. I closed 50%. Secured a percentage of my loss here because I'm not comfortable at this point the way it's coming down. You know, so you always got to be very careful with your drawdowns. See, now it's coming down. It's breaking the lows on the 5-minute. So logically, it makes sense to just secure, you know, loss. So I just closed my entire position at this point. So I gave this trade a second chance, and it basically didn't work. So I closed this in like a 5 pip loss here. 6 pip loss. So trade 2, GJ buys minus 6 pips. Yeah. Didn't feel comfortable here at all. You know, the way it came down. So it's really important to know when to close and when to open. Like so far for the day, I'm like what, $600 down. Yeah, that's basically nothing. Yeah, see, so like managing your risk is the most important thing, man. Look at that. Look at that thing drop. So you need to make decisions on the fly. I think this stream is going to be very beneficial when it comes towards risk management. Because if you can manage your risk, man, you can save so much drawdown. Look at that. Someone said, "Good call, Mac." See, now it's breaking down. Now I'm not going to take any sell because I took two trades and like on those two trades, I mean, they didn't really work out, but we managed risk. Yeah, see now taking a sell based on this break here is going to be very hard because your stop is going to be way too big. So at this point, I'm done for the day. I took two trades, I took two losses. They didn't work out, so I'm basically done for the day.
Yeah, me too.
Did you have a good B day yesterday? Yes, I had an amazing day yesterday. Ate some cookies, ate some special cookies, and had a fun time. Just want your view on this chart. Let's take a look here. This is UJ 30 minute. Does this candle need to break the high of the previous candle or a healthy bullish candle? Yeah, I think if it's closing bearish, then there's a high chance for it to continue moving down to this clean traffic area here. Do we have a special guest tomorrow? No, no. I contacted a couple people, and I'm basically waiting for their email. So I guess if no one replies, then there's going to be no guest tomorrow. How do you close 50% without magic keys? It's really hard to explain. That's why I'm going to Google. Don't think I'm being mean. How to close partial positions in MT5. So there's your explanation right there. Yeah, so if you write it in Google, and then you're going to see all the steps to close. Yeah. So, like, most questions are answered if you just Google them. You get your answers. Because sometimes, when you ask a question and when no one answers, then it's kind of like, oh man, like no one answers my questions. So, yeah, I think it's gonna, yeah, see, now it starts breaking down. Now it want like a retest to continue down, but since it broke this low and the stop was high, so couldn't take a sell. What's the name of the website from where you see live charts? TradingView.com? Like Chinese meter? You guys laughed at the guy for being in sell. Yeah, I think KK, I think you need to be a little bit mature about the things you say. Because at the time, support was being held, and at the time, candles were closing bullish. Right? Because, okay, here's the thing. Like a lot of people, they win accidentally and they think that they're good, but when you win accidentally, that's not going to happen all the time. I'm a big fan of losing, following the plan, than to win accidentally. So whoever was in sales, that's perfect, man. You're in profits. Yeah, gold is just ranging here. The most time GJ followed GU if confirmation to buy with GU first GJ. Yeah, probably. GU and GJ are not correlated in the New York session unless the pound is very, very strong or the pound is very, very weak compared to the US dollar. Even if he was in sells, he was stopped out with a small stop loss. Yes, even if I was in sells, I would have gotten stopped out because, this was very volatile. So I guess the move was bearish here, but there was no confirmations. See, sometimes price just, even on the 5-minute, price, this candle closed that support, and if this candle closed that support, there was no confirmation to take a sell because we were still at support. And sometimes it happens, price just breaks support and continues down without a retest. And when that happens, it is what it is. You you can't do anything about it. You just have to accept it. You know. I think the 15-minute close with no wick and sign 15-minute going over the wick, not best confirmation. Yeah, it's it's fine. You know, like the risk was managed, so it's all okay. Let's take a look at this chart here. Holy man, this chat goes super fast. Can you contact Jeevan to be a guest tomorrow? Yes, I can place a request. And then Jeevan says, see, people want me on the streams, man. People want me on the stream. UJ. Oh, nice. So I think you secured profits here. Probably because there's no text with it, so I don't know what happened. I don't know how you managed the trade. Managing the trade is the most important thing. Whether you're winning, whether you're losing, whether you're taking a paper trade, whether you're on a demo account, you need to manage trades. I think what most people don't talk about is how to manage trades. And I think today was a great example on how to manage trades and how to cut your losses short. You know, like when they talk about, oh, this is how you cut your losses short, how? I think if people watch this stream again, you'll know exactly how to cut your losses short. I think I talked about everything. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna remove this stream because not many people watch things. So now I know how to manage my drawdowns with partials on MT4. 5. Perfect. Can you let me know what I can improve? Oh, so this is the start of the NY Open. So just like we discussed, if we have a close below 131,700 at New York Open, there's a very high chance price will continue moving bearish. So at this point, price will continue moving bearish. There are no buys, and we're coming down towards 131,400 at least. Yeah, 131,400 at least. 450, 460 would be a better target. Oh, someone sent $10 and someone sent $5. Thank you every morning. Wix Don't Lie and Trading with Paul from San Francisco. Been fan for a while. Long time listener. First time caller. 2 days ago, I would lose 2K. Only lost 600. Risk management on point. That's beautiful. Yeah, I had so in the first buy, I had a, yeah, I had a 10 lot and then I opened a 5. Yeah, I lost like 700. Yesterday I had a pretty good day, so I think it was pretty good. Can we invite Shark from SMB Capital? Oh, I don't know who that is. Shark. But what I am going to do is I'm going to message Jeevan here. Yeah, so I asked Jeevan, hey, you want to come on as a guest? And he's like, I told him, like, you know, some people are asking, he's like, who? So, yeah, it's pretty hard to get him on the guest because he wants to know who asked, who is he in his group, what does he do? All right. Do a 24-hour challenge podcast. No, I'm not interested in 24 hours doing anything. Maybe max 1 hour. Can you check this chart? Let's take a look at this. This is, oh, sells. You're looking for sells here. Confirmation came back into bearish channel, waiting for retest, going to 131,320. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. I think it's doing some sort of a retest here. It's doing some sort of a retest here, so I think it will be very aggressive. If someone is looking for sells, it'll be very aggressive to take a sell right now. But if you do take a sell here, your stop is going to be at least 131,800. It's going to be in the middle of this range here, 131,800. And I think on the 15 minute will also make sense. you know, for it to have like 131,800 and like a 10 pip stop and expecting price to go down. But then you'll have to make sure that this 15-minute candle, it stays below 131,700. You know, so your stop is 10 pips above this area. Invite Sean Lee to the live streams. Yeah, his ego wouldn't allow him to come on the live streams. That's the whole problem. His ego is too big. Um, yeah, I guess that's it for the charts here today. We're not getting any more charts today. I'm still learning. Can you check this one? Let's take a look here. AUD USD stop loss depending on, yeah, I think this is the same situation as GJ was like 45 minutes ago. Yeah, so I think you'll need to have like a bullish candle forming for price to continue moving bullish. I think, yeah, the 30 minutes good. I think on the 15 minute you'll get some weak confirmations. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Invite Q banks. We already had Q banks here before. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, you could have stop at like 131,800 and expect it to, because if these candles they close below 131,700, then there's a high chance it can continue down. Now here's the idea, right? For sells, if you're looking for sells, you're basically like you're expecting price to stay below this support, right? At the same time, if you have this candle closing bullish but below 131,700, you'd expect the next candle to break this low and then continue bearish. I think that's going to be a much better selling idea. Anyone know which day? Yeah, I think he was here when we were on Twitch. Yeah, when we were on Twitch, that's when he was here. These are the old Twitch days. Brandon Carter declines. Yeah, he's going to decline too. Yeah, long money Luke. No, we don't have any. We don't get MLM people on here. I also had Austin Silver on here as well. Austin Silver was as a guest as well. And ironically, whoever was a guest on here, they blocked me. they basically blocked me. Austin Silver was here. Nemo Profits, we had Nemo Profits as a guest. We had Q Banks. Ken FX was a guest here. Yeah, Ken FX. That lady from Talking Options, Samantha, she was a guest over here. That was a pretty cool stream. Rock FX, no. Q Banks, no, he didn't block me. Yeah, Fibs Don't Lie was a guest here as well. Yeah, see, so now if you're in sells, it should be moving pretty good. You know, I think that was also an aggressive entry there, so it should be good. People get invited to get roasted. No, not really. I wouldn't say we invite them to get roasted. But we're planning on having some guests next week. Next week we're gonna have a Canadian Grey Cup champion. He plays football. He played football for Canada. He's a top performance athlete here in Canada. So we're gonna have him as a guest to talk about like the mindset and motivation. He's a really good speaker too. Yeah, CFL, Canada Football League. It's pretty big. Ooh, William Contan donated $9.99. I appreciate the information. Been making money since waking up early to trade with Monty. We'll be getting in touch through Instagram soon. Ooh, perfect. Can you bring swing fish on a guest? I think people don't want to come on as a guest anymore because I don't know what it is, but I think it's that intimidating factor. So yeah, I guess they were right over here, these cells here. You know, if someone is in these cells, if someone took these cells up over here and you're running in profits, just you know what to do. Give a like on the stream because you know it helps a lot of people. You're trying to get athletes. Yes. I think it's really good because when you're performing at a very, very high level, you have that level of discipline, you know, because it's a very repetitive thing. Like if you want to get good at, let's say, running, you know, every day you're going to run the same laps, you're going to do the same drill, and your whole aim is to get better every day. Is to get like a better time every day because you're doing these repetitive things over and over and over again. It's kind of like what we do here in trading, right? In trading, we come on here and we try to do the same things over and over again, but every day we're focusing on how can we make our losses smaller, you know. Would TP at 131,400 for sales be possible in your opinion? I think 131,400 would be much of a stretch. I think that a TP around like 131,550, you know, 520 would be okay. Even like 560. Like that's the point where you should be looking to securing profits. Because the thing is, we broke below the support, right? We broke below the support, so basically we're creating a low. You know, if people who missed the sells, you're waiting for price to create a low, come up, create some sort of a resistance, and then continue moving down. Let's take a look here. We have news coming in 20 minutes too. It's going to be interesting. How much percentage partial do you take and where? Also, when do you go break even? My trades keep hitting break even. Well, your trades keep hitting break even. My trades keep hitting stop loss. So I think you're doing good. Yeah. Trying to get Joe Exotic from jail. They're trying to run a campaign to free Joe Exotic. So we'll see how that goes. Can you tell me what I think about my zones? Um, yeah, looks good. You entered off break over here and retest. Looks good. I think you can probably lower down your stop loss a little bit and that'll be good. Can you tell us why you're not taking sells right there? Are you still looking for confirmations? The reason why I'm not taking sells right there is because I've already taken my two trades. I've taken two trades, and my rules tell me if I take two trades and if I lose two trades, then I have to call it a day. So, man, you got to follow your rules. If you don't follow your rules, I just don't know, man. I just don't understand. It's very simple. Like you create your rules so that you can follow them, but you don't follow them. So, you know, my rules say if I take two trades and if I lose two trades, I call it a day. So I'm calling it a day. I think it's very important. Yo, Raja, most often I go like 7 6 pips. Then I come back to break even or hit stop loss. How do I manage that situation? Um, I think I think you need to look to see what's happening after you're hitting break even. Is price going your way? You know, could you have left a position open a little bit so that so that price could have gone your way and stuff like that. So those are things you need to understand. Since you lose an NY session, will you trade Asian session? Yeah, we'll see what happens in the Asian session. You can bend the rules. No, you can't bend the rules, Salik Mia. You cannot bend the rules. Not in trading. This is why people don't succeed. This is why people are not profitable because they're like, oh man, I took two trades, I took two losses, now I'm going to take sells because they're formulating. But what about your rules, man? You guys have your rules. I know people who've been trying to trade for the past 3 years. 3 fucking years, and every day they look at someone's Instagram on like like on social media, they look at their profits, they look at my profits, and then they're like, man, how come this guy is profitable? How come I've been trading for 3 years and 2 years? How come I'm not profitable, and how come this guy is winning every day? Because I'm following my rules. I respect my rules. I don't look to see, hey, how can I bend my rules, or how can I like change them? No, this is serious business. You guys don't understand the amount of money you can generate from here. Man, once you start making $1,000 a week, that thousand becomes 2,000 a week. 2,000 becomes 3,000 a week. 3,000 goes to 5,000 like that. And once you get to that level of five, man, things just started changing so quick, you have no idea. I mean, once you really commit yourself to discipline and to your rules, things, man, it just starts coming in fast and furious. So, I mean, the rest is all up to you. Like, I know for a fact I'm not going to take this sell, even though I do think this is going to continue moving down, but I have to respect my rules. Because if I
Yes,
respect my
sir.
Yeah, because if I respect my rules, then in the long run I'm going to be a very, very profitable trader. Can you show us your rules? Um, yeah, my rules are basically, where's that? I'm going to try to bring that up over here. I mean, we even had a PDF about that. We had a PDF for like $1. People bought that PDF of rules. Let me see if I can find it over here in my Instagram. Oh yeah, there it is. Found it. Um, yeah, so these are my trading rules. This right here. 3 simple rules to not overtrade. 3 strike rule. 3 wins in a row, call it a day. 2 wins, 1 loss, call it a day. 2 losses, move to the next day. And what do we have over here? 2 losses. So what I'm gonna do? Move to the next day. That's it. That's simple. That it can't get as simple as this. And then you'll get some dumbass overthinking questions here. Look, and 3 losses? I mean, why would I take 3 losses when it says 2 losses here? You know, I mean, let's take a look at some more questions here. This is just what I needed. Yeah, it's just logic. Great tip. So simple but effective. Yeah, this is so simple. This idea is just that's it. Call it a day. How much would you say I put in the account to be profitable and not have to wait years? I don't know. Depends where you live. I mean, if you live in Uganda, you can live off of maybe $10 a day. You can load up your account with $200. But if you live in the United States, you might want to load up your account with $10,000 or $20,000 or $50,000. So it depends. It depends where you live. Um, I think people will fail to follow the rules because they're yet to be profitable on them. Yeah, but like if you don't follow your rules, you will never be profitable. Trust me, Never, ever, ever you'll be profitable. Yesterday yesterday I did around 11,000. This today in New York, I am in a loss. I'm in a $700 loss. Overall, since Asian session till today, I'm up like $560. That's it. Is the PDF still available for sale? Yeah, we can probably figure something out. I mean, it's not a PDF, man. Just this is it. Just go to my profile and just look for this. Yeah, just look for this. Um, yeah, that's about it. I think it was a pretty good day today. GPCAD ranged gold is just whatever. GG had a little breakdown and now it's retracing. I mean, you forgot to mention the 1 hour rule. Yes, also another rule is that if I take a loss, I'm gonna wait an hour until the next trade. How much you risk per trade? I risk anywhere between 700 to 800 per trade. It, I mean, if you have a $1,000 account, that's equivalent to risking around, like $30 or $40 a trade. I think people have to make some simple rules to follow in the daily life. You can stick to that is going to be hard. Yes. Sticking to the rules is going to be really hard. So I guess gold is breaking up over here. We have news coming in 10 minutes. Unemployment is coming in 10 minutes. Let's see what happens. Yesterday. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Antonio had a buy on AUD USD. Perfect. Played out. Yeah, see, this is a booby trap candle. This is what I was expecting on the 1 hour on GJ. With this going up. Didn't happen. So now you see, there's no confirmation for sells at this point. This is why I have to respect my rules. How to put the right percentage risk, which differs from trades. It's basically different math. I mean, you have to calculate how much you want to lose and how much percentage that's going to be. Appreciate your talk. It's no question, but I just want to say I'm down this week again. But I'm better than last week, sticking more to my rules. Losing less is a process. I'm even lost for now. I can already see the profitable raise. Appreciate the mentorship. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I guess what people focus on is to make money from the get-go in trading. It's not about making money. It's about learning how to reduce your risk. That's the first step. I focus on, like, when we did the webinar, we had 3 sections on risk management. Risk management 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and we talked about how to really, it's something we talk about here as well. Like this whole stream today, I think this was a lesson on risk management. You need to first learn how to reduce your losses. Because the most important question people have is like, hey man, I mean, I'm losing and winning, but I'm still at break even. I don't know what's happening. And what's happening is that you're not reducing your losses. So you need to learn to reduce losses. In what case that you are going to let your position hit your full stop loss? If the answer is never, that means your stop loss was never 10% to begin with. Yes, never. Never. Maybe sometimes news happens and it hits my trades at full stop loss. So let's say, for example, I enter a sell over here and my stop loss is 10 pips up over here. So I'm going to be looking at the smaller time frame candles to see if they're moving against me, and then I'm going to start closing partials. Because I always want to lose less what I started off with. Hey, thank you, Cabal. Take care. Have fun. Your theme today has been risk management. Yeah, because when things are going against you, you need to be risk averse. You need to be risk averse. GJ is sell. Yeah, I think it's a pretty risky trade here. Yeah, since this candle is about to close, you'd want this low to be broken, right? Because now it's creating a low over here. I've made 20K in one trade, but then turn around and give it all back. Yeah, you didn't manage your risk. I think too many people, they try to be lions in the market. They try to be wolves of the market. And there's no such thing as a lion or a wolf in the market. You know, because at the end of the day, you have to be like a rabbit. You know, a rabbit. A rabbit only goes out when the rabbit knows that 100% he can go eat. You know, but if the rabbit finds even 1%, even 2% risk, even if he finds like there's a 2% chance he might get jumped, he books it and he goes back home. He's not going to stick around for trouble, you know. So you guys got to be rabbits and gazelles, you know. That's what they do, they just run. Because if you try to be lions, man, lions go hungry most of the time. Why you got to be a lion? You know, why you got to risk going hunger? You know, like lions die of hunger sometimes, wolves die of hungers. The rabbits and gazelles, they never go hungry. They know they have plenty to eat, but they just have to come out at the right time, you know, and just manage risk. I'm gonna go smoke some magic alien cookies. So good luck, good luck. Attempted buys, but price reversed. 2 losses in one day, no more trades. That's perfect. See, it's like it's really important. I think it's really tough to call it a day. I think these live streams have really helped me to call it a day on most days. Hey Raja, do you think looking back at your trades today, do you think you would have done something differently? I don't think so because my first buy was taken right over here, you know, when this candle closed above these two candles. So I expected price to continue going up, so I took a buy. And I think that was a pretty good idea. But then midway through I closed because I saw 15-minute candles closing bearish, so I was like, okay, whatever, it's not working. And then the second buy was taken when this 30-minute candle closed bullish, so I wasn't convinced it's going to go up, so I waited a little bit. I waited for the 15-minute. So as this 15-minute broke the high over here, I took my second buy. You know, anticipated the candles to continue moving bullish because, you know, support was formed. And as it started to come down, I closed earlier. I closed at like -6 pips instead of 10 pips, and then it continued down. So I think both buys I took, I think they made sense. You know, like they made sense. But I guess it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Oops. Oopsie. Let's see here. happened here with the news? We get bad numbers. It did break above. Let's take a look here. The numbers are still at 1740. Ooh, bad numbers, 2.43. Yeah, gold should be climbing here. Super bad numbers. What's this trade? Let's take a look at this. This is, yeah, I think it was ranging here, Barry. There was a resistance here, resistance here. Overall, I think a buy is above this area would have been much better. But I also want to see if you secured or like how did you manage the trade since it got in profits. Are you affiliated with Paul from the Asian session? He is an FTMO trader and could maybe speak on your IMO this week. Yeah, he's a friend. He's a friend. FTMO, I don't know. I mean, what I had to talk about FTMO, I've already talked about that, so I don't have anything else to say. Today was a GP holiday, not Euro. Yeah, it feels like it was a pound holiday today. How long till you trade 100 lots? I don't know, man. I think I need at least 500,000 in my trading account to start trading 100 lots. Not right now. Do you eat lentil soup? I don't think you can eat soup. Does anyone know? No, I don't. I don't drink lentil soup. No. So if you look now, if someone's looking for sells, I think you should be getting your ideas now for sells because potentially came up, candles couldn't close above 131,700, and now they're trying to close bearish. So if you see bearish candles forming, I think below 131,630 would be a better idea for price to continue moving bearish. Because looking at the 4-hour now, it's going to close in 30 minutes. It's going to close bearish, so that'll make much more sense for price to continue bearish. See that 15-minute? Now at this point, someone could argue, well, if I take a sell now, my stop is going to be at like 131,740. And then you're expecting this area to break below and price to continue moving towards 131,500. The problem is they didn't have any commission and very low spread. No, I think they still have pretty big spread. Do you use moving averages? Nope. Look at gold. Yes. Gold went up and came down. Dow Jones. Did Dow Jones go down? Did it? US 30 go down? Oh no, it's ranging. Yeah, Dow Jones is ranging. Where do you see yourself in 1 year? I think in 1 year, we're looking to get a property next year. Yeah, in 1 year I see myself getting a property. That's pretty easy. I mean, Yeah, I'm getting a new property next year because the housing market is down right now by 1% in Canada, and I think it's gonna get even lower because the amount of people deferring mortgages is way too high. People are deferring mortgages. People, they don't have the same jobs they had before COVID-19. People who have renters, who have tenants living in their basements, some of those tenants, they're not paying rent because they're like, hey, we don't have money. Even though they're getting subsistence from the government, they're still not paying rent. And if you can't pay rent for 3 months, what's going to happen after this COVID-19 is over and the government says, okay, we're moving in phase two, then you got to pay rent. Now you'll have 3 months of back rent to pay. So if you can't pay 1 month rent, you won't be able to pay a 3 month rent. If someone, this is okay. If you are young and if you trust people with money right now, I'm going to give you a very important tip. If someone says that they will pay you back in a week, and if they can't pay you back today, they won't be able to pay you back tomorrow. Trust me on that. We all know someone who's always looking for money and is always saying, I'll pay you back, and that day never comes. Is GJ testing previous support? If GJ candle, let me just bring this camera down a little bit. If GJ candle closes bearish, then it's retesting that support, right? If this candle closes bearish, then it's retesting that support. Right now, it's not retesting a support. This is not a sell because candle is still bullish. It's not closing bearish. Are you planning on still trading when you have passive income from real estate? Yes, I love trading, man. Trading is like, I really love trading. Will you look to Asian session or are you completely done trading for the whole day? Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the Asian session and I'm going to see what happens there in the Asian. But so far for New York, I'm completely done. There's nothing. I mean, if this was a fake out, it should make a support and then continue going up. But I mean, there's nothing. I'm a part-time realtor. If you're looking to buy here in San Francisco, ooh, that's expensive, man. San Francisco is really, really expensive. You can buy a nice big mansion for the amount of price you can get that in San Francisco. Currently, I'm working on a new platform. I'm moving our entire database to a new platform. Because a lot of people, when they signed up, they had issues signing up. There was a big headache. Wow, this thing is continuing moving bullish. Yeah, I think it's going to continue moving. Now it's in a range, At this point, when it's moving, you want to enter buys and you fall into that over trading trap and it just becomes a big mess. So I took 2 losses and I'm taking those losses with me to end the day.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm sitting on my hands probably for the rest of the day. Even though I can see EJ is about to break to the upside.
Ooh.
But I don't wanna be trapping anything else.
Oh, to the chopper.
But if anyone is on EJ buys, I'm sorry, it should be a nice move to the upside. Probably you're gonna tap 118 750 today.
Kervin, you think the daily candle on US 30 can flip bullish?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Right? I was just looking at this.
Yeah.
Flip bullish to come up to 24,800.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is a 300-point move.
Yeah, that's nothing, man. That's probably one, anything in news or something like that. Any optimism on the vaccines is gonna make the market jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you wouldn't believe how much I paid for a small 3-2 bedroom home. Wow. Yeah, here it's pretty nice. So in the interim home that we were renting, we had 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, open concept kitchen and living room, a big balcony. We're paying like 2,000 a month. I think that's 1,600 US dollars per month. Yeah, is it? USD to CAD. Yeah, it's around 1,600. Yeah, 1,600. So yeah, 1,400. Oh wow, 1,400 per month. That's pretty good. The YouTube loyalists are humbly waiting for the birthday present video you said you will drop soon. Yes, I'm still deciding on what to drop. I have a I have a plethora of videos to drop. So I'm still waiting. I'm actually moving like a lot of my stuff to another platform. So like when you clean up your house and you find stuff that you're like, yeah, I think I should give this away. So that's what's happening right now. I'm cleaning up the database, and if I find something that I could give away, I'm gonna give that away. When you're young, your mom says, "Come, help me clean out the attic or the closets," and you find a bunch of useless stuff. What happened to GJ? GJ is just doing its dance here. Are you able to have a look at this at US 500? If you send a chart, we will look at it. Would you be able to go over how could you have done better today in your trades? No, I couldn't have done better actually. I couldn't have done better at all. I think I did the best today I can. Um, so the first was waited for this support formed, right? At this point we had this information. So I took a buy after this candle closed bullish. I took a buy over here. So it was a good confirmation. There were confirmations to take buys. I executed on buys, and I closed at like a -7 pip stop loss. So I'm like, okay, no problem. And then I executed on second set of buys, and those second set of buys were actually based off of this resistance here previously. This support formed, dropped down to the 15-minute, and executed buys as this 15-minute broke the high over here. And I think that was a very good confirmation buys again. And then price came down, and I closed in a 6 pip drawdown. So I think my performance was exceptional today. I executed on confirmations, and I guess the probability wasn't there for price to go with those confirmations. It is what it is. It is what it is. But the thing is, you can't get emotional. You can't get emotional about your losses. You can't say, "Oh man, fucking GJ." No, you can't, because everything's a probability. When you enter a trade, you have entered greatness. I say this all the time. In greatness, what I mean, like if you're gonna win a trade, you're gonna be like, "Man, this works, and I'm gonna repeat it again." But if you lose a trade, greatness in losing is that how are you managing that loss? So I really managed my loss. Can you describe the Asian session? Can I describe the Asian session? Okay, imagine this, right? Imagine you're at a traffic light, and there's a 20-year-old person crossing the road. There's a 50-year-old crossing the road, and there is the 90-year-old crossing the road. Your 20-year-old person is your London session. Because he's gonna cross the road, no problem. London and New York. 50-year-old is also pretty fit. He can also, cross the road pretty fast. And then you have the 90-year-old. 90-year-old is the Asian session. It's pretty slow. It's stable. So it requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of discipline. So that's what the Asian session is basically. I really look towards your wisdom every day. I learn a lot. Yeah, Ted's not here with us today. We fired Ted today. Ted has been let go of his duties. Oh, he's there. That's why. Can you hedge losing position? Yes. If you go to token options where you get options to, you can have more options. You will learn how to hedge positions.
What happened to US 30? I've been scouring the internet. I can't figure out. In the last the 5 minute candles just flew.
Man,
Yeah.
this daily will flip.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking.
Yeah, look at the 5 minute candles though.
Yeah.
They've moved ridiculously. Like this 15-minute candle drove like crazy.
Yeah. 70 points.
Yeah, I don't know where it's come from though.
I think it's going to be one of those US 30 rally days.
Yeah, but the equity market is still negative. Like I'm going through the entire internet here and I can't find anything.
Maybe the news was bad. That's why it's moving up. We had bad news. Super bad.
Yeah,
news.
but that should move it down.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So there's nothing. I can't find anything.
Had a brain fart there. You're right.
Like it's just flying to the moon.
Yeah, probably someone's lying. But technically it makes sense for it to go bullish, even though fundamentally the news is bad. Bloomberg reported less than terrible. Oh. So Bloomberg said it's not as bad.
Okay, so the YouTube chat is going nuts again about why they think it's happening. Okay, for US 30 to spike from 100 points in 15 minutes, there would have had to be some sort of catalyst. Look at how hard the 5 minute candle moved compared to all the 5 minute candles in the last day. When you see something like that, you have to look and you have to figure out, okay, where did that spike come from? It didn't come just from the news. There has to be something else. So this is where you start to scour the internet to figure out why the market moved like that right now. There's like literally nothing. Oh well.
Uh-oh. KOT is closing people's trades without hitting stop losses. Oops. Things are looking bad. Is there a button on Magic Keys to close 80%? Yes, so it's called Close Custom. You can program it. I'm gonna use my paid subscription on TradingView. Dun, 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 dun. You should not let. Yeah, no one represents me, actually. No one represents me. I represent myself. I represent myself. That's what it is. What percentage return do you think will be appropriate weekly? Depends on your goals. I mean, some people go for 20%. a month and then it break it down to per week. Have you heard about stoicism? I don't even know what that means. Stoicism, the endurance of pain and hardship without display of feelings, without complaint. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I've been through stoicism. I'd say so. How do you get the bull on the background of TradingView? I'm a partner with TradingView. So once you become a partner with TradingView, you can get those things on the TradingView background. Um, your explanation about the Asian market was spot on. I was on the trade last night around 9:30 cat time and nothing happened. Yes. I've seen enough
Okay.
Asian sessions.
So I pretty much found it. Market's basically saying that there was a lot of jobs lost, but the pace that the losses are happening are starting to decline.
Oh, so it's just
So it's bad
optimism.
news, but it's not as bad as what it was last time. God.
Hey guys, it's bad, but it's good.
Yeah, so we'll buy. So that was your spike. All right, that's good. At least I learned that the market doesn't care.
It's bad, but it's good. What broker can I use being American? It's up to you. I mean, you can use the regulated brokers in the US, or you can use the brokers that are not regulated in the US. UJ, can you give me feedback? Yes. And now yesterday candles happen again, retest sell. Yeah, I think you're coming out down towards the support. Yeah, so you want a retest to be done here, like kind of retracement to take a sell going down. I think that would be a much better position. So, we waited and basically this stream was all about risk management. That's what happened today. Today the stream was for risk management. So I took trade 1, GJ buys, minus 7 pips. Then took trade 2, GJ buys, minus 6 pips. Yeah, this stream was about trade management. Also misinterpreted some words. Oh. Do you pay taxes of your trading wins? Yes. If you don't pay taxes, people come for you. 2 losses on GJ today. Oh. GJ fell 40 pips last night. Oh, yes. Broker is not regulated in the US. He calls you Protein Paul. I think Paul knows I joke with him. Man, people, I think Chirag Patel. See, Chirag Patel, Indian guy. This man, I don't know what's up with you Indians, but the amount of gossip these Indian people do, Chirag Patel, wow, just incredible. So I'm gonna hide this guy on this channel because we don't want any women here who do gossip. Come on, man. This does not make any sense. How can a grown man can do gossip like that? Chirag Patel. Yeah. So yeah, now GJ, now you see the GJ is now starting to break the law over here. Is it a crime if we use unregulated broker? No. Well, if it's a crime in India, then it's a crime. You can't say, but in US they use unregulated broker. How come we can't use? Modi will say it's a crime. Um, thank you. How to change the watermark with me being a paid subscriber with TradingView? It's not about being a paid subscriber, it's about being a partner. I'm a partner with TradingView. That's why I have the bull in the background. Are you fasting? Yes. I'm fasting, that's why I'm very patient today. So you see now GJ is showing signs of coming down. You see 15 minutes breaking the lows over here. Now once it starts breaking this low over here, at this point you could say that okay, once we start breaking this low, then there's going to be now a higher chance for price to continue down. Because once we broke this support, no candle was bearish. Now this candle starts breaking down. But if you start looking about a stop loss, now stop loss is going to be like around 14, 15 pips. But then you're anticipating price to break and break below 131,600. So I would say it was a hard day today. It wasn't an easy day.
Waved up.
Question. I'm finding a question my analysis and mindset when I take profit from the market and trade continues to move. Any tips? Yeah, I think if you're finding that most times when you close, trade continues moving, I would say the best thing would be to let the trade run with stops at break even, because that way what's going to happen is that you're going to increase confidence in your own abilities, because it starts smaller. You start by letting a smaller run and like like 0.01 run and then 0.05 and then 0.1, and then slowly you start, once your confidence increases, then you start your whole positions keep on running. Like recently I let a bigger position run for like 50 pips, and I've never done that, and that to me told, man, okay, like for me all this time letting smaller positions run, like if you remember, for 3-4 months ago the positions I was letting run were like 0.5 lots, 1 lots. So slowly, like your confidence starts getting better. Is it okay to use a raw ECN? Yes, it's totally fine. So it means no swap means halal. Yes. If you're Muslim and you're trying to open up a trading account, just you can even open like an ECN account. I mean, the whole thing about in Islam is that if you take a trade and if you get swaps on it, that's called interest. Swap is like interest, positive or negative. So that's basically they say, oh yeah, it's not okay. But like if you're not going to hold the trade over a day, you're not going to get charged swap. So it just makes no sense. Like people go for Islamic accounts which have higher spreads, they have higher commissions, but no swaps. But if you're not holding a trade over a day, you don't get swap charged anyway. So just go with a normal ECN account and make sure you don't hold trade over a day so you don't get swap. Do you have a video on YouTube where you show how to draw zones? I have video on YouTube on everything you can ask for. Everything. Risk, technical analysis, psychology, everything. And when everyday people ask me like questions like this, I almost feel like I should just remove all the videos. Because no one makes an effort to look at the videos. Like just Thanos all the videos I have on YouTube. Can I open an account if I'm a Scientologist where I don't have to give all my money to church? Thanks for. Yeah, if you don't give your money, if you want to give your money to church, you can still open a trading account and give the money to the market. It works the same way. So much love from India, man. Really. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. How about how to flirt with non-trading women? I think you'll have to approach in a different perspective, because when you're a trader, you approach people in different circumstances with a very like a black and white perspective. It's like, okay, if I do this, this would happen. If I do that, that would happen. But if you approach someone without a trading mindset, you have to understand that there might be some room that they might overthink some things. So you have to be very careful in what you say and what you do, because I think a lot of people, they overthink others' actions or the words to say, and I think that's bad. Bro, some of you guys in the chat need to keep your mouth shut. Oh. That was pretty funny. Raja was going to do a video that was, yeah. Please don't remove I study your video over the weekend. By the way, you mentioned on IG that you were, yeah, I'm going to do it later on. I'll see which video I can post on YouTube. So far, I posted a video. If you guys remember the EST Mon video I posted on YouTube, people have been commenting on that video, like saying mean things to me and stuff like that. But so far, that video has made me $50, so it's pretty good. The markets are weird. Yeah, the markets are pretty trash today. Actually, some comments were pretty hilarious. I'm gonna.
So
I think.
go ahead.
Yeah, I think like YouTube comments are much more hilarious than Instagram comments.
So basically, even though with bad comments and all the stuff, basically it's saying like, if you love me or hate me, I'm getting paid anyway. So
Yeah, that's basically.
you know,
You love me and hate me, I'm getting paid anyways.
yeah,
Look, 5,000 views. I think this video
Sheesh.
had. This is the only EST Mon video that has the most amount of views.
I think the best comments were when they talk about how someone has to lose in the market, and that's what FTMO is doing.
I actually, 100 comments. I actually replied to some comments too. So let's start shorting here.
I don't care where the money comes from as long as withdrawals come when I request them. That sums up the ignorance of society. If they found $1 million in a bag, they would take it, and then if they got in trouble, they would say, "But why?" I just took the money.
Yeah, so one of those comments was, just waited 18 minutes of my time listening to pure nonsense. Everything I have is an opinion, but yours just talking shit. Next time, if you want to make a video, think about it long and hard. Still don't post it. My response to this was, thank you for your amazing feedback. Really enjoyed it. Then this guy has a business which he lives off of, not Forex, more like mom and pop store, uses no risk reward, has never caught a 1 to 3 trade, yet he wants to talk shit. This is a true hitter. You belong in America, not Canada.
oh, come on.
My reply to this was, I think it's pretty hilarious. Thank you for your comments about my profitable trading and your opinion about it. I enjoyed it. Wow, this guy is such an idiot. He doesn't understand anything about business, even trading for that matter. The worst is teaching others to trade every day. Oh my god. This is why 90% are failing, because they're following idiots. My reply, come on man. Oh. Thank you for leaving a beautiful comment. It was a thrill reading it. Man, I don't even take these seriously. Yeah, I think this New York session was a write-off. Ooh, gyms are opening in Florida, man. They need to open now. They need to open in Canada. I think that's going to be in phase 2. Yeah. I think phase 2 would be the opening in Canada. Yeah, it looks like GJ is trying to break on the 4 hour here. Let's take a look on the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hours continuing bearish here. 1 hour broke the low. Yeah, it's pretty hard to trade GJ today. It is what it is. Did you take a buy in the London session? Yes, I took a buy around, I think it was 5 a.m., something like that. That's how you really get them mad. Don't feed their stupidity. Yes. I'm actually very nice to people in my comments. I don't disrespect anyone in my comments. I'm very nice. I give like nice replies, nice one-word replies, because I don't want to beef with anyone, it's just a waste of time. Do you speak Arabic? Yes, Habibi. Did you take a sell now? No, I'm not taking any more trades. When are you coming to Pakistan? Probably by December. Alaska's open today. Yes. Oh, Ironman trading. Alaska's open. Perfect. Can you do shout out for Sid with the Manor Road and he has a bald head? He is trading on a 100k demo. Can you explain to him it's not right? Yes, Sid, you bald head person. I think trading on a 100k account on demo is not right because I don't know you, but there's a 90% chance you don't have $100,000 to trade on your account. And it's not good. Since when are you trading Asian session? Since June 2016. Can you never reply me? Oh, okay. Are you considered a business or self-employed when you do your own taxes? Self-employed. If a candle retest breaks through but has not closed, the fact that a candle broke significant amount, it signifies that not retesting the level. What? If a candle retests breaks through but still has not closed, okay? The fact that the candle broke a significant amount, it signifies that it's not retesting the level. Yeah, I'm confused with that question. I think if it's breaking the support and it hasn't retested, then it's still breaking. Yeah, I think so. It's still breaking. I think it's just going to continue moving here. But there was no confirmations. It's been pretty hard to trade GJ. Unless you were a cowboy and you entered at the break of the wick down over here. But I'll take my 2 losses and can you pass this message to Ted? Say him I love him very much. What's your criteria for a trading plan? My criteria for a trading plan is to know when to cut losses short, is to know when to go hard, is to know what times to trade, what pair to trade. Some of you people have been coming here for a long time and you know now that mostly I trade GPJPY. We have people like Kervin and Ted and Monty that trade like, sometimes gold and US 30. So, I mean, if you're new here, what you're going to find is like, if you're looking for profitability, just look around. You look at all the profitable traders. That's what I did. I looked at around all the profitable traders and I saw what they were doing. They had strict times to trade. They didn't trade the whole day. They had other things to do and they focused on 1 or 2 instruments, like gold, oil, some currency pairs like cable, whatever. So that's what I tried to incorporate in my trading life. That's been my goal. What do you mean by cowboy? Cowboy means someone who's being an idiot in the charts. Sometimes he gets paid and sometimes they don't get paid. What we can do when price take out stop loss and starts moving again in that direction? Nothing, you can just watch. You can't do anything at that point. Why do you never say the P in GPJPY? It's always GPJPY. Because I have a little bit of a lisp. I used to have a huge stutter problem. I used to have a big, my confidence was in the gutter. I had garbage confidence. I think my confidence has started increasing when I started working on the oil rigs, and then I started doing door to door. My stuttering went away. I still stutter here and there, but not a lot, not as much as I used to. It used to be like right, but now it's way better. Before we were profitable trader, how long did it take you to earning your first bag of gold? I think it took me like my first bag of gold I got in the first week. In the first, so I paid $350 for the mentorship I got in with Ted, and in the first week I made that back in a USD CAD sell. I remember that. My account went from $700 to $1,100 in a day. I was pretty happy. Should I stay in GGSLs? Well, it's up to you. Will you ever make a funded trader challenge to test it? Is because I really knew the company's payout. No, I don't, because to me to do that it'll be a waste of energy, waste of my time, and I can really devote my time to other profitable things, you know. So it won't really benefit me. What's a proper lot size for $700 account? I think 10-cent lot is pretty good. 10-cent lot. Like my rule with lot sizes for a long time it was if I have a $700 account, I'm gonna use like a 0.07 lot. If I go to $1,000, I use a 0.1, 2,000, 0.2, 3,000, 0.3. So that was my whole rationale behind lot sizes when I started. Is it okay to not have a stop loss? No, it's not okay. When you're going to be watching the trade, yeah, no, it's not okay. If you don't have a stop loss, you should stop trading. If you think it's a good idea to not have a stop loss, you should just stop trading. Yeah, I still think US 30 will continue moving bullish. I'm gonna keep eyeing this. I'm gonna keep eyeing this because it broke above 2.4. I'm starting to understand US 30. You know, it didn't move. This was a shock reaction from the news, and if it moves later on in the session, I think this will be the move. I think it should stay above here and continue moving bullish. It's funny, the lot size on US 30 when you go to depth of market starts from 10 lots. As if someone's gonna drop. Raja, please, can you watch this chart? Your JPY quick scalp. Alright. Do you ever use fibs to scalp? Well, if you see fibs on my chart, then that's the day something has changed. Yeah, I think it's a very good trade because candles are still bearish, so it's not good. Raja, can you please watch this chart? Well, Simone, if you send it again, I'm going to ban you from this channel because you're flooding the chat. How do you use high time frames to your advantage as a scalper? See, again, we're getting too many brain dead questions here. If you literally go to my YouTube channel, there's a video here, and that video is about how to execute on lower time frames by analyzing the higher time frames. But people don't want to think for themselves, man. I think we've lost the ability to really look for information. See this? Visualizing high time frames and executing on lower time frames. No one watches this video anymore, so I made it private. Because you guys don't deserve it. You know, I mean, if you go to my YouTube here, there's a lot of things over here. Lots of things. There are a lot of, once we go through here, before February, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a like a playlist for everyone to see the important videos, because so far like we have so many live streams here, and all these live streams they have like at least like a 80% win rate on these live streams if you go through these live streams. So see, to start from like 5,000 views and now we're up like 10 11,000 views, no problem. So you have refreshers over here, and you have some more videos at the bottom which you can't see right now. But if you go towards from the most oldest to newest, it's going to show you. GBJPY closing bearish here on the 15-minute time frame, making it more room to continue moving down here. But I'm not trading anymore. So yeah, there we go. See these videos? Trading on wick fills, momentum support, hyper scalping. You have trading on trading on momentum and supply, how to trade using support resistance, trading with conjunction with EMAs, how to identify support resistance, how to make a trading plan. Wow, how to make a trading plan. Man, that thing. The signs. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this. How to take entries on lower time frame by visualizing higher time frames. So much stuff over here, man. How to scalp using how to use risk management and momentum. How to trade gaps and losses. How to trade gaps and manage losses. Market breakdown, setup versus strategy. There's so much stuff. And then people say, "Oh yeah, Raja is so mean," because people don't use their brains. That's why. If I went to a live stream of someone who I look up to a little bit, and they win most trades and they manage their losses, I would want to see, okay, if they're doing this, I wonder what they have in their videos. I wonder what kind of content they've uploaded. And then I'd go over here and I'll be like, oh wow, man, this guy's uploaded so much content. God damn, so much value. You know what the interesting thing is? If you go to my about, since I've posted so much value and content, look at this. I joined 2nd July 2017, right? 2nd July 2017, 1.9 million views. 2nd July 2017. Now let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. I invited this guy to my live streams, and then he started trash talking me. And you know why? Because these people, they're more concentrated on
counting pips. So here, if it goes from 1.12345.
Oh, he's talking over there. So if you go to about over here, so when you post value, you grow. Look at this. Joined 6th December 2016. 6th December 2016. Almost 6 months before with 100. Why? Because, he's been wondering, when he came in the live stream, he was shocked. He was shocked I had so many subscribers and so many people were watching my videos, because look, 250, 180, and he put so much work in making this artwork and all this thing. I mean, if you look at my channel is just garbage, no artwork, because there's value. When you give value, people see value. I think that's very important.
I always find it funny. There's a direct correlation between the amount of effort that's put into a video and the lack of views. People do all this magical editing and all these sounds and music, and then they get 1,000 views, 2,000 views. You put up some bullshit and you get 10,000 views.
Yeah, even Q Banks here. Shout out to Q Banks. I talk to him we're I'd say we're friends. We're not enemies, but we're friends. I talk to him. So he started in 2009. And still 1 million. It's about value, you give value, people will notice. Because I think the time of the social media trend of showing cars and all these good things, it's passing away. People are getting smarter. They're looking for more value now. And I also think the generation who started off let's say 6, 7, 8 years ago, they started off from the time frame when having cars was cool and having different things was really, really cool. But as time went along, I think they've also grown up and they've realized that That's not the reality. Provide good content and people will stick around. Yes. Yes, sir. Oh, we have 373 likes. Yeah, I think it was a pretty good day today. I think this should continue moving up, US30 man. If this moves up, I think it would be a good experiment to see it moving up.
Yeah.
GJ is also moving down. Should come to 131, 410-ish. All right, everybody, I'm gonna head off. If someone's in cells over here and GJ, perfect. Well done.
Big Raja, take care, man.
Yeah, take care.
Be good.